Welcome to Lesson 2, Customizing SOLIDWORKS. In this lesson, we'll learn how to customize the toolbar visibility. We'll learn two ways to add commands to a toolbar. We'll customize our system options. We will customize document properties. We'll save our customized template. We'll set up file locations, and we'll also customize the SOLIDWORKS add-ins that we want to use. Let's start by opening a new part document. As we learned in Lesson 1, menus are visible depending on the type of document you have open. So we'll see more menus by having a part open. To customize our toolbars, we first go up to View, and then if you go down towards the bottom, you'll see Toolbars. You highlight that, and the list of toolbars pops up on the right. The ones we want to make sure you have active are Command Manager. You can see it's depressed to show that it's active. Going down a little bit further towards the bottom, you see Task Pane has also been depressed, and our heads-up display. If you want to add your own toolbar to the workspace, you say you want to add assemblies, click on that, and the toolbar shows up on one of the edges. If you want to move it to a different location, you can just drag and drop it to one side. You could drag it to the other side. So basically you can customize this to meet your preferences. If you don't like what you've done, you can go back to Toolbars and find the menu item Assemblies, unclick it, and it disappears. Another way to get to the customization for the toolbars is View, Toolbars, and at the bottom says Customize, and you're brought up with another menu which is for customization. You can get this same menu by going to Tools, and towards the bottom it says Customize. To customize the tools that are available on your toolbar, we go to Commands, and they call them categories, but these are the toolbars that we have access to. Let's go down to Sketch, and these are all the commands that are available in the Sketch environment. So you can just, it'll highlight, tell you what each one does. Say we want to have the ellipse available on our menu, so we'll hold and click, drag it up to the Sketch menu, and so there it is with all the other Sketch commands. If you don't want to use that very often, you can drag it, bring it back to the command menu. So that's how we customize our command menu for the tools that we actually use in our own work environment. Another way of customizing SOLIDWORKS is through the Tools, and down at the bottom is the Options menu. You can also access that through the menu up here where it says Options. There are two tabs in this menu. One is the System Options, which are for everything you do in SOLIDWORKS, and we also have Document Properties, which are specific to the type of document that you're working on. Under System Options, we want to go to the Display selection. Click on that. You have a set of choices and options here. Down at the bottom we have the projection type for viewport. Make sure it is set for third angle, which is the American practice. First angle is used in Europe. Then we need to go and look at the Feature Manager. Feature Manager is what we see here on the screen, and this allows you to hide or show specific items that you want to see either all the time or just as required. When it is set to automatic, it only shows up if there is, in this case, a table available. We want to make sure that the design binder is shown, so you can have it shown, hidden, or the automatic option. Now we want to set some document-specific properties, so we will now click on the Document Properties tab. First thing we want to do is set our drafting standard to be ANSI, which is the American standard. And from the drop-down list, you select ANSI. We also want to make sure our units are set for inch pound second, so we come to this tab, click on inch pound second, and click OK to save. Now that we have customized SOLIDWORKS, we want to save a template. A template allows you to start every new document with the same choices that you had made for, in our case, drafting standards, inches, any of the other options, the toolbars that you want to see visible. First thing we need to do is tell SOLIDWORKS where we want to keep our customized templates. So we go back into Options, and under System Options, we go down till we find File Locations. And what SOLIDWORKS has an option to show folders to use for various things. We'll pick the document templates. We want to add a new location, and we're going to put this into My Documents, and I'm going to create a new folder, and we will call that SOLIDWORKS Templates. And we'll say OK. So now we see that it's Users, Bill, Documents, SOLIDWORKS Templates. What we want to do is make that our priority. So by highlighting it, you can then move up, and we'll move it to the top of the list. And then we say OK. And it asked me if we want to make that change, and I say yes. Now we want to save our template into the new location that we have created. So we go up to File, and we want to pick Save As. Now by default, SOLIDWORKS assumes you want to save a new part document, but we actually want to save a part template. So from the File Type menu, you pick Part Templates, which is PRT dot, PRT for part, and DOT for document template. Now, if you look up here under Save As, it's picked Bill My Documents SW Templates, because that was our priority location that we picked when we set up the document options. And what we're going to do is call this, and we'll name it as Part Inch. And do Save. Now, if you want to create a new document, we do New, and here is our folder that we created, SOLIDWORKS Templates, and here is Part Inch. So we open that up, and we now have the document set up the way that we like. The last way of customizing SOLIDWORKS is through add-ins, and to access that we go to Tools, and towards the bottom you'll see Add-ins. Now what this is a list of all the add-ins that you have available to you. The first one is the check mark shows that it's active, and the second check mark to show it shows that you want to have it active every time you start up SOLIDWORKS. So the one thing we want to make sure you have is the SOLIDWORKS toolbar box and the toolbox browser. The other add-ins you can use as required. Remember, they take up memory, so that you don't necessarily want to have them active all the time, but just activate them when you need to use them. Once you've made your selection, you click OK. This completes Lesson 2, Customizing SOLIDWORKS. Thank you.